What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp. We are out here, man. We are getting set and ready to go for year number 2 as we come in as the number 19 team in the nation. So we got some expectations going into this. So it's very important that we get off to a really good start, because we start off with that possibility of getting into that college football playoff. It's an 8-team playoff, so hey, we got a chance to, to really set ourselves out here as we're trying to set a really strong start for our program. So gonna be a really good episode, man. Double header versus not only Washington State, which we are pretty evenly matched up with. I mean, like, they're a B- squad, we're a B- squad, so gonna be a nice test here at home. And then second game in this episode, we'll play UCLA, so it's gonna be a good episode. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited as well. If you are, make sure you go ahead, you smash that like button for me, hit subscribe as well if you have to be brand new to the channel. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into it. Season 2 action officially getting underway. Let's get it. Alright, boys, so we got ourselves a brand new era of Troy football, man. Got a bunch of new faces, man, so gonna be really good to see us get off to a real good start, man. Give some of these new starters some newfound confidence as we already start in their red zone here as Furman Bennett takes a regular old-fashioned screen and finds a way to turn it into a touchdown, man. You absolutely love to see it, man. Great blocking out on the perimeter, by the way. Not even doing like that much blocking, but just making sure that guys are getting out of the way, man. So you love to see it. We take an early 7-0 lead, and we get great field position again. Gonna chalk this thing downfield, and look who it is! Furman Bennett again. 39-yard strike, man. Let's go, baby. Pat Henley, man, this new quarterback for the Troy Trojans, he is off to an absolutely fantastic start for us right now, man. Let's go, baby. And we take an early touchdown lead of Washington State. They will get themselves on the board, but as of right now, at least, like, to start things out, looks like we're off on pretty good footing to get things going here. As, we got this 3rd and short here, trying to pick up the first down real quick. Gonna try to throw the slant pattern, but we're hit as we're thrown. Oh, we had our receiver open on that slant, but it just does not develop fast enough. But hey, we got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. It's a great start. We'll see if we can go ahead and keep it up over the course of this game, man, as Eric Johnson gets a nice little 7-yard catch, his first catch of season number 2. As we try to throw again, that was a really dangerous throw, but hey, Eric Johnson finds a way to come down with that as well. Here we get another 1st and 10, this time, across the 50-yard line, and it's really turning into that Eric Johnson show. He's been finding ways to get open on this drive. We'll see if we can find Johnson again here. He's on the seam pattern, but we go in a different direction as Furman Bennett dives for the football. He still comes down with that catch. If he didn't have to dive for it, man, that was going to be a touchdown. No questions asked, but it always simply delays the inedible as Furman Bennett, man, going off here in game number 1. Bennett already with 3 touchdown grabs. This time, really tight window, but the defensive back was not even looking at that quarterback. So, hey, in the quarterback's mind, man, that's an open pass, man. And we take a 21-7 lead here. We're going to get this lead grown even more as we get one of our better offensive players a little bit more involved. Steve Jordan. Haven't really called his name that much, but we're going to get him going here, although not really getting a little bit too conservative for our play call. We called 2 halfback screens on that drive, and it doesn't lead to anything, so we actually had to punt the football away. So here we are, up 21-7, pinned deep into our territory, though. as we get a nice throw out to the right-hand side. Another catch for Eric Johnson. He's turning into a nice receiver, man. 4 for 45. But facing 3rd and long, though, and coaches want us to run it. And that's what makes this series difficult, man. We only are allowed to call that middle play in the ask coach. So, you know, we don't necessarily call what we want to necessarily call. And, you know, it adds a little bit more challenge. It adds a little bit more of a sim aspect. So that we can't just come out here and blow out teams every single time. That's just simply not going to happen. But even though things slowed down for us a little bit towards the end of the first half, we're still up by a score. Just got to keep that foot on the gas pedal, man. And we are going to come out here. We're going to get our first win this season. That's all we got to do. Let's see if we can do just that. And we got another 1st and 10. Henry going to look quickly over the left-hand side. Finds Furman Bennett once again. But he gets shaken up a little bit. That is tragic. Because Furman Bennett, he's been really something else today. So, gonna need somebody else to step up. And look who it is. We got another receiver downfield. It's Thomas Moore with a 30-yard grab. And a chance for us to get 4 touchdowns on the board. 4. Pat Henley, man. We'll see if the screen to Eric Johnson can get us in the end zone, but we get stuffed at the 1-yard line. And our head coach forgot his balls because he decided to go for the field goal at the 1-yard line. You got to let us go for that, man. But, hey, we still managed to come away. We still got some points. And we still get to come out here and make this a 2-possession game. So, here we go. 1st and 10. Henry gonna look downfield. Thought he had a man, but it's going to be deflected away. Was trying to get that out to Travis Sanders, but that was really tight coverage. That was a really big ass. Maybe could have fit it in there if there was a little bit more air under that football. But that's going to be a first turnover of the season, man. Washington State, they don't do anything with the turnover, thankfully. So as long as we take better care of the football from here on out, we should not have too many more issues. And we still got a 2-score lead. Going to look downfield. Looking over the middle, but that's intercepted as well. Oh, if we had more air under that ball. He was open downfield. That middle of the field, you know, in that 2-deep safety, it was going to be open. But just did not put enough air under that football. It ends up getting intercepted as a result of that. And this time, Washington State, they do end up scoring off of that. So all of a sudden, it's only a 3-point game. You know, really could still go in either direction here. As I think at this point, you know, we'll see if we have the peace of mind to, you know, run this football a little bit more. Past couple of possessions have not end well for us here. But Steve Jordan having a little bit of a tough time finding any kind of space, as he's only averaging like 3 yards a carry. Is now 3rd and 10. A couple plays later, gonna look for somebody to get open. Literally anybody. Gonna try to chuck it downfield for Travis Sanders, but that almost gets picked off. Cedric Safer comes out here and gets the coverage. And Washington State, man, they roar back up by 1. So if we don't score on this drive, it's likely gonna be barbecue chicken for us here, man. So let's go. 1:30 left. Gonna go with the no huddle. Henry looking. Gonna try to throw this thing over the middle. It's thrown late and it's gonna be intercepted. And while it was such a fantastic start for us early in the game, we let the lead slip away. And Washington State is going to find a way to storm back. And they pull an upset on us here in game number 1. We lose in a heartbreaker to start the season. We lose 28-27. That will probably get us out of the top 25. So the thing about this game is that we started off extremely well. Except the problem was we didn't finish. After the first half, we did not score a single touchdown. We allowed Washington State to hang around. And we actually lose our opening game, man. Pat Henry wasn't too bad in this one. 319 yards, 3 touchdowns. did throw 3 interceptions, though, in that second half. That really helped Washington State really lead their comeback. And listen, we really did try to run the football, but we just could not get the run game going. Only 42 yards. Steve Jordan had 2.8 yards a carry. Pat Henry had negative yards. Eric Johnson did not even get a single yard either. But we had some big days, though. Furman Bennett was a certified dog in this one. 10 carries, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 3 receiving touchdowns in this one. He was great again in that first half, but you know, we didn't finish. And first game of the episode, man, we lose, and we got to get ourselves refocused if we want to avoid that 0-2 start. So we tried to go ahead and get ourselves refocused against a team that also happened to lose their first game of the year. We take on UCLA, and again, UCLA is about equal to us. You know, they're B's across the board. We're B-, B- as well. But unlike UCLA, they lose to Southern Alabama, and they weren't even close. They lost 41-17. So tough luck for this program as we're trying to get ourselves back on track. So, hey, man, we'll see if we can get ourselves at least one win in this episode. Either way, we need to play a lot better in that second half. Play a complete game, because, man, if that's going to become a habit of ours, it's going to be a long year for us here in year number 2. Let's see if we can go ahead and turn this around. Alright, man, so this was not how I wanted to start the season, but hey, you know what? Let's just come out here, refocus, and let's go ahead and see if we could get a win on the board. And this is not what I wanted at all. Yo, we were trying to get it out to Steve Jordan out of the backfield. He cuts upfield at the very last second, and it just makes an easy interception for Courtney White that turns into a score. So the start of this game going in a similar fashion as how like the end of game number 1 went. Not how we wanted to do, but Steve Jordan does get the rock a little bit more. He picks up 15 there, but we can't go to him again on a 3rd and long. We need a big play downfield as Johnson is able to come up. He had the catch originally, but he drops it when he made contact with another defender. Would have been a first down anyways, but it is certainly a little bit of a sluggish start for us early, but we do get back on that horse. We tried to pick up where we left off. Johnson, 18-yard catch. That's good for the first down. Already at midfield, but can we build off of that, though, as we face 3rd and long? UCLA is all over the screen, and it's going to be a 2nd interception for Courtney White. And he might take it all the way back, and somehow we prevent the pick 6. I don't know how we managed to accomplish that. That defender should have gotten the block on Pat Henry, but he's able to work his way around it and is able to make the touchdown-saving tackle. And amazingly enough, UCLA does not score at all, not even a field goal. So we are really fortunate that we're able to get away with a really bad mistake. So hopefully we can learn from said mistakes and, you know, get some points on the board for us, as we still have not scored yet in this game. But we might have our best opportunity yet, though, as Furman Bennett gets a 27-yard strike. It's now 1st and 10. Henry looking downfield, gonna get it out to Furman Bennett again, and chilling right outside of the red zone now. Furman Bennett once again coming up big in this game. He's been a monster so far in this one, but we need some big plays. Another 3rd and long, trying to set it up with Steve Jordan, and that's going to take us outside of field goal range, unfortunately. So here we go, 4th and 16. Starting quarterback actually got hurt on the screen, so this is Jared Parks, who needs to come up and try to find a way to make something happen, and he just doesn't make the right decision, unfortunately. J.J. Shaw comes out here, deflects the football away, and despite all the mishaps that we have on the offensive side of the football, I mean, we are still very much in this game, but got to play better on the offensive side of the ball, and we turn the ball over again. And this time, we're not going to get so lucky. Derek Miller with a pick six. And that's the thing about running these screens, man. They have that kind of risk. When you can get an interception like that, usually it ends up going the other way for a touchdown. So that's the risk for running that particular screen. We did it anyways, and we got burnt in the face for that. And now finding ourselves down here 20-0 in this game. Not where we wanted to be, but we're not going to give up, at least not yet. We got a 3rd and short here, trying to pick up the first down on the ground. We pitch it out to Steve Jordan, but we run out of space to work with. And you know, I'm reading your guys' comments, man. You know, I know at the end of year 1 told me like, oh, run the football, but you know, a lot of times in a lot of cases, you know, we have a difficult time running the ball, although Steve Jordan does get a nice little run there. But yeah, man, in these first couple of games, you know, we're having a little bit of difficult time, you know, getting that ground game established, and that just makes things so much harder on our quarterback, especially a quarterback that literally has not played in a collegiate game prior to this season, like, right? So it's definitely been a unique challenge, as we're now out here in the 4th quarter. It's down 20-0 at this point. We get a nice throw out at least to Travis Sanders. But if we're going to make this comeback, we need to make this comeback right now. We got to start with this drive. We can't afford to have any more mistakes as we throw downfield, getting it out to Sherrod Parker down the sideline. He does get out of bounds there to save a little bit of clock. It's now 1st and 10 again. UCLA sending the blitz this time. We get it out to Tony Whitaker, and Tony Whitaker is able to pound through a defender. Big pause there. And it's another first down. Maybe we're finding that groove a little bit as Henry looks over the middle. Eric Johnson comes down and makes the catch, even though that man was certainly lit up like a Christmas tree. And now 3rd and 16. Henry needing to make a play for his guys. Gets it out to Sherrod Parker. That's well short of the marker. But you already know what time it is. Down by 20. 4th quarter. And the coach calls a halfback draw. Oh, an untimely draw play. That's not going to work, man. UCLA calls the right play as they end up scoring yet another touchdown. It's now 27-0. And yeah, man, we just cannot do anything right in this game. And I think we might have to go ahead and sim out here because it's just not happening for us, at least in this one. So we ended up simulating the remainder of that 4th quarter, and it's another disappointing loss, man. Definitely worse than the first game. Losing 34-7, this is not how I wanted to start the year. 0-2. We got some things that we need to work on both sides of the ball if we want to be successful this year. So you know what? Our team did something a little different in this game compared to the first game, because instead of not showing up for the second half of the game, oh no, we did not show up for the entire game, as we don't score until a last second score that we kind of simmed through, because I mean it was like 30-0 at this point. I'm not trying to play for the whole thing. It was not a good game. And Pat Henry, he's got some things to work on. 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, and it's not all on him, but you know, he's not helping the cause whatsoever. And you know, the problem is we don't really have anyone to go to, because this is our backup. He is a 67 overall. That is our backup quarterback right now. We do not have a lot to work with compared to what we did in season number 1. So it's going to be a challenge because, you know, not only we can't run the football necessarily either. We're not very good of a running team. Although Travis Sanders does find the end zone for us. Furman Bennett actually had a nice game as well. 4 catches, 89 yards. We really have to be more cognizant about our turnovers, because if not, that's going to be a massive issue. And, you know, forget, you know, improving from our 9-4 record last year. At this rate, we might not even make it to a bowl game. So, guys, we were trying to go 2-0 in this episode, and we end up doing the opposite. We are now 0-2, and didn't look particularly good in either game, especially that UCLA game. And hopefully next time out we can turn things around. Next episode, we will start things off against Ball State. Now, Ball State is a weaker squad. We are at home, so if we can't find a way to beat Ball State, oh boy, we are going to have a long football season, man. So here's to hoping that we turn around. But either way, guys, if you enjoyed the content, if you loved what you see here on the channel, man, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe as well if you have to be brand new, as well as let me know down in the comment section how you feeling, man. I love reading all your guys' comments. But with that, this is John J Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.